What is happening, YouTube? So, a big sports news that was a huge bombshell of the day, probably for the whole entire month. Um, I don't really, I strictly just talk basketball, and then now I'm talking football. Um, I've been the entire year was the year that I started watching different sports. Started off with baseball. I watched baseball a little bit like years prior, but it was not regularly. And then same with football. So my favorite baseball team is the Dodgers. Even though I grew up in the Orange County area, still live around the Orange County area. I just winded up liking the Dodgers because like the first baseball games that I actually watched without going to the game, it was a Dodgers game, and it was the Dodgers versus Astros when they had Cody Bellinger, Jock Peterson, Yasiel Puig, and then who else? Jock Peterson, and then I think Corey Seager. Yeah, Corey Seager was there. Um, so that's when I started watching like baseball a little bit. Like I said, prior to this year, I barely watched baseball. I just watch it like only late during the playoffs. But now I'm definitely I definitely started watching baseball like more often. Of course, like maybe not every game, just because baseball they play so often. So if you miss a game, it doesn't you don't feel so bad because they just play like for like every day essentially. So, but this was definitely a happy news for me because the Dodgers got the best baseball player in the world, Shohei Ohtani. The Dodgers, man, we kept choking in the postseason. Um, with Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts. Back in the 2020 World Series, it was a pretty fun time. Corey Seager was smashing the ball pretty well. Mookie Betts, and that was one moment to cherish. But other than that, Dodgers are known for choking in the postseason. I would even go as far to say they choke even worse than how the Clippers would choke. I would even go that far if you just take out the 2020 World Series because this year we got swept by the Diamondbacks. It's the Diamondbacks, man. You shouldn't be getting swept by the Diamondbacks. And yes, the Diamondbacks they definitely started off they didn't start off. My bad. They eventually heated up and they even made a comeback against the Phillies. But still, you don't lose to. I mean, you don't get swept by the Diamondbacks. Their pitching is not even like crazy good. Prior during the playoffs, some didn't even think they would go to the playoffs. But the Dodgers actually got swept, and it was crazy. Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts, they went ice cold. They couldn't hit. The best player was probably Kike Hernandez and Jason Hayward. Um, and then, yeah. So this definitely was a really good news for the Dodgers. The Dodgers, they definitely could use a Shohei Ohtani. Um, because the Dodgers they also need pitching. Shohei Ohtani, one of the best pitchers you can ask for. He pitched a perfect game, I believe. I don't think he even like he. I think he pitched a no hitter or something like that. Or he pitched the whole game at least. It was against the Tigers, but still. Um, and then you add that with Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman. Now, hopefully, they all bounce back because if when Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman bounce back, you cannot really stop the Dodgers. And also, the Dodgers, they also needed hitting too because of course Freddie Freeman, and Mookie Betts, they went cold, and you add Shohei Ohtani with that. So if two of them have an off night or one of them have an off night, the Dodgers could still score a good amount because you got Shohei Ohtani, who's pretty much consistent. Um, he rarely has nights when he doesn't get a hit, and he would hit home runs quite often. And oh man, and we paid him like 10 years, $700 million. Personally, I'd say it's worth it. It's not like we traded, um, like people or something like that. Honestly, I'm like baseball is pretty hard to understand to an extent of like which prospect is good, which prospect you keep, and which prospect you trade because um like when trades happen for some reason like I never really see quote unquote draft picks get traded. I just see like the quote unquote people from the quote unquote farm system or something like that. So I guess I don't know how it works, but so like if I even if I did like see some trades that trade some people from the farm system, I guess I wouldn't be mad. I guess because I guess you don't trade draft picks and all that, but baseball it is like I'd say it's the out of the three sports I follow, baseball it is pretty complex to kind of uh like fully understand it because man I don't even really know how the MLB draft pretty much work honestly, but I'm just throwing a bunch of side notes. But overall, it's a beautiful day for Dodgers fans. Um, you know, our pitching. I guess we lost Lance Lynn, which is Lance Lynn. He was a dud in the playoffs. At least he did better than Kershaw. We do have some bright piece. We got Emmett Sheehan, who has his moments, and then you got okay. Now it's kind of even hard to really keep track of like who's our like good pitchers. Um, Julio Arias, he got some DUI suspensions, which sucked because Arias was one of the guys I actually like a lot too. Sucks that he had to do something dumb. We do have Walker Bueller though. Walker Bueller. He didn't play at all this year, but when I saw him play, like every now and then, he always performs respectfully well. Um, I think he still got Dustin May or something like Sean. I don't know. I forgot his name, but like I said, like this is still like my beginning stage of truly following um, baseball and other sports in general, so I don't really know the names properly. But Kershaw, man, I know he's known for choking the postseason, but man, oh man, we could definitely use him to do well in the playoffs. But our offense though is looking nice. You got Mookie Betts, you got Freddie Freeman, now you got Shohei Ohtani, and you also get Will Smith. Will Smith, man, pretty underrated player. He could hit pretty well, and of course, assumingly you keep a guy like Jason Hayward. Jason Hayward's on the team, and then Kike Hernandez. Oh yeah, we reunited with him and all that during the trade deadline. Oh, and also you got Joe Kelly too from the bullpen, but he was not looking good this year. But hopefully he has a better year next season. So overall, I'm looking forward for the baseball season to start. It's probably not going to start for a little while. It's probably going to start, I believe, around April. I want to say because right now it's NBA season and NFL season, but this was definitely a good day for us Dodgers fans. And anyways, let me know what y'all think about the acquisition of Shohei Ohtani. You think the Dodgers are gonna like three-peat? Most importantly, how many rings do you think the Dodgers gonna win? Like within the 5 year spans? Would you say like probably like two? They're probably gonna disappoint, or you think three rings out of you know 5 years? Because man, the squad is so loaded. But that should definitely end this video. And thank y'all really much for tuning in. I know I'm trying to branch out of the sports, not just go with basketball and all that. So I'm just, trying to mix things up. But that should definitely end the day. And peace.